Alrighty, I'm going to be just a couple more minutes. Everybody stick around and get ready. I got to get a couple of things ready, but we will be starting soon.
Creating mayhem wherever we go. Goblin mode. Way of the goblin. It's goblin time. Goblin mode, that's what it is. Destruction to family and kids. Goblin mode, the way of the goblin. It's goblin time. Goblin time. Goblin time.
Good evening, everybody. We are live. Happy Tuesday, May 19th, 2026. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, I won't lie to you, folks. I am fucking tired. I had a pretty rough day, but I wanted to do this week. Tuesday seems like a good day for it. None of what I'm going to talk about tonight is news. I think some of it goes back a couple of months. The biggest part of it was like a month and a half ago, but it's something that I wanted to talk about, mostly because I've got a bit of a perspective on it, because, I don't know, I discovered this guy through a podcast that I very much enjoy, hosted by people that I like a lot. And I don't like this guy at all. So if you're not aware of who Tectone is, I got his Twitch pulled up. Tectone is a former Twitch streamer who did gaming and political content. He got started off with gacha games during COVID times, and he made a shit ton of money off them. Became a millionaire playing gacha games. And I discovered him. Here's his Twitch channel. He's offline. 945,000 followers. Well, a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, Tectone decided he's not going to stream on Twitch anymore. It's 945,000 follower channel. He was getting banned too much. He was saying edgy stuff. He was calling women fat, which the women he was calling fat are fat, so that's fine. So he left. He just left his Twitch channel completely. Didn't wait for it to get banned or anything. He just left. And he went to Rumble exclusively, where now he's doing the Daily Slop, apparently. I didn't watch any of this, and I don't think I should. I don't want to. But so he went from his 950,000 follower Twitch channel to a 25.6 thousand follower Rumble channel. Didn't even go to YouTube. He doesn't stream on YouTube. He does post VODs there, so I'm sure he's getting something out of it. But so 11K views, 37K views. That's not great for someone with his kind of following. I don't think he has any VODs up from his previous streams either. I don't know how to use Twitch. It's a terrible platform. Hey, welcome, Sean. Welcome, Wade. But we'll get started with this guy. He's an absolute mongoloid. There's a couple reasons I don't like him. Reason number one, he's cringe. He carries himself in an extremely cringe way that's kind of hard to watch. I've never watched any of his content. I've only seen clips and stuff with him in it. But that's the first reason. Reason number two is that he is a balding ginger man. And I don't want him making balding ginger men looking worse than we already do. And three, he's extremely right-wing. I say extremely. He's not like an actual white supremacist or nothing. But he's very right-wing. And his right-wing views aren't anything that I disagree with. It's just the way he presents himself. And some of the stuff that he gets involved in, it makes us look dumb, like as a collective, because this is one of the most prominent figures in gaming from the right. So I'm going to start off just by showing a clip. So I discovered him via this. Is this the one? Yes. This podcast. So this podcast is called the Unsub Podcast. It's hosted by a couple of people, most of them veterans. We got this guy, Brandon Herrera. He's a gun YouTuber and now currently candidate for, I don't remember the district, but to be in Congress, to be in the House of Representatives in a district in Texas. And then this is him, the man himself. And I just wanted to use this part of the clip to just show you how this guy perceives himself. And then when we get into the rest of it, you'll see why this is relevant.
I was watching. Oh my God, this is so stupid. I was watching.
That's loud.
Solo Leveling on stream, and I didn't get banned for that. Solo Leveling is a great anime.
I think I went too far back.
Got a ban for that. And the other thing is, you know what?
Yeah, there we go. Did it go far back? I think I have it on 1.5 speed. That might be why it went out.
And blow your fucking brain.
Whoops.
It's impressive.
Yeah, that shit was insane. And then the second time was
He's talking about getting banned off of Twitch, or at least temporarily banned off of Twitch.
totally deserved. I was having a really bad day, and I was watching. Oh my God, this is so stupid. I was watching Solo Leveling on stream. And I didn't get banned for that. Solo Leveling is a great anime. Not sure if you guys have watched it. Great
It's one
show.
of the only animes I've ever seen.
Very, very good.
I think watching anime on stream for content is cringe. But if people watch, then people watch. So I can't blame the guy if he's getting views.
And this viewer just one thing that I pride myself in is,
and this is the most important part right here. He prides himself in this next statement.
being to a fault completely legitimate and transparent with my audience. I don't fake anything. Not anymore. 3-4 years ago, sure. When money was tight,
Nope.
sure. Now I'm
The
good.
man
I just
doesn't
be legit with my
lie. He
audience.
always tells the truth. He's always super transparent. He overshares a lot of shit, which I'm guilty of myself, but sometimes he overshares shit about other people and he lies, which we'll get into later.
All the time. And this guy just said, you pre-watched this, you're faking your reactions. It was such a harmless comment, but it just tilted the fuck out of me. And then I say, brother, you need to kill yourself now.
Gonna break this up because it's pretty edgy. and I'm on YouTube.
You should go grab your daddy's gun and put it in your mouth and blow your fucking brains out. And I'm like,
I don't think watching Mall Shadow Lord on stream is cringe. I think Mall Shadow Lord is cringe.
you know what? I totally deserve that. And I got mad for that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and I was like, sure. And then me calling Frogan fat, sure. Should I have been banned? If you want to enforce the TOS, sure, you can ban.
But anyway, this is how I discovered this guy. I watch their show every week. They do a podcast every week, the Unsubscribe Podcast. It's hosted by sometimes different people, but it's usually the main panel here. That I just had it on and I lost it. Riveting content, I know. It doesn't matter. But it's hosted by 4 people usually. In this one, there's only 3 of them because they all live in Texas except one. He lives in Iowa. So he has to fly down to Texas every couple of weeks to do some podcasts.
Works best, right? I was not given that luxury. However, Hassan.
Oh, he's talking about Hassan Piker, which it's really shitty because I hate Hassan Piker, but I think I hate this guy more than I hate Hassan Piker, to be completely honest. Because at least when Hassan grifts, I know he's grifting. The shit he says is really fucking annoying, but usually I think he's just doing it for the money. And Tectone here does it too, but he says shit that's just ridiculous, and I think he actually believes it. He carries himself in a cringe way, and I could have swore there was a still here. Doesn't matter. So the podcast, Eli here, Brandon Herrera that was on the left, and the left of him is a YouTuber who does law enforcement YouTube called Donut Operator. So I really like these guys, and I really trust them. Well, I watched this, and this is the first time I'd ever heard of this fucking guy. And I'm like, all right, this guy, I mean, they like him. They seem to want to hang out with him. I saw him on Twitter talk about how they're buddies. They're friends now. So I said, okay, so maybe this guy's all right. He might be a stand-up guy. I don't like the way he behaves. I think he's cringe. But then I started seeing his behavior on Twitch. I don't think I like this guy. And he's a gooner, like a major gooner. And I'll show that here in a second, too. But here's a clip. This was this week. Like 4 days ago, this came out. They had him on again. And look at this fucking guy. Just look at him. He's wearing a sport jacket with a shiny fucking bald head, stupid egg-shaped face with fucking ginger beard. And he's wearing a fucking tank top under a sport jacket.
Cases that get complete.
Oh, I remember what this is now. So, for context, this guy recently just lost a civil lawsuit because his ex-girlfriend had claimed because it was civil, that he was sexually abusing her and treating her badly, and they couldn't take it to criminal court, which we're going to get into that here in a little bit. But I have this second. Here he is on X, on Twitter, after he had lost his civil lawsuit. Guys, real quick, let me correct some shit I see being said about me. I wasn't convicted of a crime. I wasn't involved in a criminal proceeding. No, I'm not going to fucking jail or facing any criminal punishment. Guys, this was a civil hearing with significantly lower standard of proof than a criminal proceeding. Give me a bit. I got to finish a couple more things and we'll talk later. So here he is after losing this civil case going on. And there's video and testimony of him saying the stuff that he did. But because it wasn't a criminal proceeding, he didn't get any jail time. But what he did get is a 10-year protective order against his ex-girlfriend. 10 years. And during those 10 years, he's not allowed to own firearms from a civil proceeding. That's how bad it went. So here's the clip from 4 days ago. And that was posted in January. January 28th, that was posted. So this is old news. And here's your boy, Tectone,
I feel this way
on
today.
the Unsubscribe Podcast 4 days ago.
Is Max. That's fucking.
Well, that's how
I've
I've taken a course or something, but it wasn't an attorney or never worked as a judge before, never practiced law.
Never was in a court.
So listen to him bring this up. This is the first time going on a public forum besides his own streaming that's a bit more popular, where he shows up. So listen to how he puts himself into this situation.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, people don't realize that there are a lot of cases that get completely judged by, well, I feel this way.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Like what is the word? A preponderance of evidence is, I believe, what they need. What does it mean? They need to be 51% sure that they maybe did it, and then that can fuck you for the rest of your life.
Weird he'd say it like that. Weird he would word it in that particular way about certain things. You know, there are some cases, not like I've been involved in one recently, but, you know, where they just kind of, they give the verdict based off of vibes, you know. So even after all the evidence came out and they showed that this guy did some horrible shit, he's still going on telling everybody, well, just because I lost my case doesn't mean that I did it. But I digress. We're going to watch a video. It's a very long video. We're going to start with this one first. I'm going to be playing everything at 1.25 to maybe 1.5 speed so we can get through it, because this is only an 8-minute video. So that one can go by pretty quick. Yep. See, this is the exact same thing. I don't have that up. Sorry. 2, 1. There we go. Oh, that's weird. Why is that doing that? Lord. That's where it should be. Oh, I have to do every single one, don't I? Oh, that's rough. All right, I'm just going to do a display capture for now, so we can move this along. That makes it a lot easier. There we go. So this is a lawyer who went over the case, and this is the same tweet that I just showed.
Show you in this video. It is very alarming. Tectone was found guilty. Now, Tectone is correct. He wasn't convicted of a crime. He wasn't involved in any criminal proceeding, and he is not going to jail yet. Now, he cannot.
Yet is important because he's appealing, and he loses the appeal, which he's going to when we go over what happened, because of how crazy it is. He's going to lose if he actually does the appeal, and he's going to lose his gun rights forever now. Not just going to be 10 years, which 10 years is kind of ridiculous, to be honest. I think that's crazy. And he lives in Texas, too. Those are Texas gun laws at work there.
Not guaranteed the last part. This is the findings and orders. This is Tectone. They found that there are reasonable grounds to believe the respondent committed one or more of the following offenses against the applicant: sexual assault and stalking. So these are the two crimes.
So it was a criminal proceeding, so they couldn't give him jail time, but reasonable belief.
Are two
so they can't get him on
grounds that
beyond a reason or beyond
did against Pinky Chew.
Shadow of a doubt.
Again,
or doubt.
Tectone is technically correct. It's not criminal, but it sure does sound bad. So whenever you have a case, it can be civil or criminal. The burden of proof in criminal is much, much higher because we don't want to put innocent people in jail. In fact, if we had to put if we had the choice of one innocent person going to jail and 10 guilty people being let go, we want to err on the caution of putting an innocent person to jail. This is all the information here about the firearms. He is to relinquish the firearms on Monday, February 2nd, 2026. Remember, Tectone is very manga, and he loves firearms, and he has pictures of him and his firearm, pictures of him, his dog, and his firearm.
Loves his guns.
And Lou, finding that family violence occurred, the court finds a probable cause exists to believe that respondent committed an offense under Penal Code stalking, and the nature or scheme.
I read what you said, Wade.
Engaged by respondent in committing the offenses indicate respondent is likely in the future to engage in it again.
But yeah, that's what he did. So I understand that I, John Robertson, that's him, am permitted from possessing or receiving firearms under federal law. I do not have any firearms or ammunition in my possession or in my residence. May not be owned by, loaned to, rented by, or borrowed by me. So he signed this. I don't know how that's going to affect the appeal. I'm not a lawyer. The guy talking right now is a lawyer.
If he does have a firearm, he is going to go to prison for 5 to 10 years and will be fined up to $250,000. Again, this is something that he loves. He loves firearms. He posted pictures of his firearms on Twitter. He's very proud that he has firearms, and they are taking that away from him for 10 years. Now, if you ever see a new picture of him purchasing firearms, he will go straight to jail. That is essentially what the court is deciding. The degree that the court has, and again, civil court is civil court. It is a real court. Billy Mitchell versus Carl Jones, that was civil court.
He
Logan
brushes
Paul-
it off like civil court isn't real court. Like, oh, I didn't get convicted of a crime, therefore I didn't get into any actual like proceedings. This isn't real law. This isn't a real case. But no, he lost his guns. He's got a protective order against his ex-girlfriend.
versus CoffeeZilla.
Forever
That is
now.
civil court. Ethan Klein versus Frogan, Denons, Casey Tron. And so whenever
I think that's all of the relevance for this part. We're going to watch a video. But before we do, I just wanted to show one of the reasons why I don't like this guy is that he's an extreme gooner, and I think it's really annoying. And he carries himself extremely cringily. So we'll just play this real quick.
Okay.
Whoa, buddy. She's got a tail and everything, boys.
Oh, she's so fine. It's crazy.
She's so fine, it's crazy, guys. So fine.
Think you can keep me from fighting? Careful now. We'll see.
I'm such a gooner because my mind is going to the world's darkest places right now. Holy
I'm sure they are.
God, she's Kate. Good character design.
Do you think I should keep playing along and stay blind to your match fixing?
I don't know what accent that's supposed to be, but it sounds really nice.
Pathetic.
Spits in your mouth, opens mouth, swallows it.
It's rare to meet someone with your kind of
Anyway.
strength.
Yeah, I know, right? You heard of me. Yeah, I'm the motherfucker that saved the world. I fight a lot. Anyways, let's have sex.
This is the stuff this guy puts out daily, or used to. I don't know what he does now. But this was his common content for the longest time.
I was thinking, you're not a local, are you? How about
Check somewhere else.
we team up and fight?
I thought Furries was Friday. It is. Furries will be Friday. We're gonna have a Furry Friday. But this is somewhat irrelevant. It's a little relevant.
Finals.
Yes, ma'am.
Hold my hand and don't let go.
Oh, I love that. Holy. Oh, I'm in love. Oh my God. Yo, wife equals gathered. Holy shit.
Goon! Never stop gooning.
Shit, Himiko. Oh shit, Mavuika. Holy jiggle.
Holy jiggle. Holy jiggle.
4 years have passed.
We don't need to watch that whole thing. That one up. So this is a video done by Shamu, a creator I'm tangentially familiar with. Not super familiar with, but it's an hour-long video. We're not going to watch the whole thing. I'm putting it on 1.5 times speed. That way we can get through it. But the title of the video is Tectone, Twitch's Most Abusive Liar. So I already hated this guy just because he was cringe and annoying, but then I found out about all this shit right here, and then I realized, yeah, I really don't like this guy, and that's why the other day when that Unsubscribe podcast had him on again, that happened, like the actual recording was like a week ago. I'm like, this guy is fucking poison, people. And maybe you don't believe that he actually did the shit that he supposedly did, but at the same time, like, fuck this guy. His dad is the #1 case for sexual assault in the military. His dad was an officer in the military, in the army, and he sexually assaulted, allegedly. I don't know that I'll have to read the rest of the cases. This is just what I've heard so far. Assaulted several women, and he is like the case study that people use for those kinds of things, because it was when he was overseas and he was in charge of the base.
As it helps the channel and the algorithm. If you want to support more content like this, you can do so at patreon.com/Shamu411. If you have Cash App, you can donate at $Shamu411. Also, channel memberships and super chats are enabled. Tectone, a streamer with close to 1 million subscribers on both.
Might be a little too fast. A little too fast. You got subtitles auto-generated? I don't like that.
Both YouTube and Twitch, has spent the past year embroiled in a assault scandal with his ex-girlfriend, and while facing these serious allegations, it was discovered that his
Oh, there's the man himself. There's the dad. Dad tone.
father, who he had brought on streams and podcasts, was one of the most infamous in U.S. military history. The absurdity of the situation piqued my interest, and after putting together a timeline of
Yeah, this guy talks kind of fast. I might have to do it at regular speed. Might have to get a regular speed.
events and testimony, what I found was a man willing to lie, deceive, and manipulate those around him. Sourcing court documents I found, I believe this video will offer an exclusive look into what has really been going on with Tectone, and it is not good. Is he guilty? Well, by the end of the video, you will at least have some clarity as to how we got here. But you know what they say, like father, like son.
I don't know what happens, bro. Just bad.
Oh, I forgot. He also likes to go on stream and cry about shit that people call him out for that he actually did. And he likes to get all sad. And a lot of the time you can tell it's fake, but other times you can tell that he's actually pretty upset.
Follows me like the plague. You take my trash out?
Yes.
And why are you doing that?
Oh yeah, too. He also just treats all of his girlfriends like shit. This being his ex-wife.
Tectone is the breadwinner. He makes the money.
No, it's because you're a...
Responsible human being.
That's like saying you're gonna make but not have the money shot.
Bro, you were a colonel in charge of a base in the military. Fucking carry yourself.
There ain't a money shot. She looks real submissive and looks like, in the words of Halsey, I can take a pounding.
She was
Holy fuck, bro.
going to do something much worse, so bad it would have ruined all of our lives. I'm not going to say what it was that she was doing, but it was so horrific it would have ruined all of our lives.
Oh, girls don't like crazy guys.
It's like abusive guys.
Well, here's
Oh, there's the Rich King himself.
Not be the hottest thing ever when a thick female has a in their mouth. Am I gonna get canceled over this? No. You want to know why? Because I don't have secrets.
Tectone is a streamer is best known for playing and promoting gacha games like Genshin Impact, which from what I can tell is essentially like gambling for children, as these sorts of companies generate revenue from users gambling on pulls to get an endless supply of sought-after characters and items.
We can get a new 5-star. We gonna get it 100%. You wanna know why? Because I'm supposed to. Because I'm supposed to. And you wanna know how I know? Because chat, right now, if you follow my stream and you're new here, you get 3 free polls in Honkai Star Rail. That's the crazy thing. Here we go. We have 8 more to go, baby. 2!
Yeah. Damn it. Anyway, yeah, remember, he's transparent. He doesn't lie. He's never lied to his audience. He did say 3 or 4 years ago, maybe he did, though. But I remember when I got my new gaming PC and Genshin Impact was kind of new at the time, and people were asking me if I was going to play it, and then I looked it up, and I'm like, no. Why would I play that? It's paid. It is gambling.
Here we go! Please! Please, Carl!
See what I mean by cringe? Can you see why I don't like this guy?
Clara, brought you out! Clara, brought you out! Clara, brought you out! Please! Please! Let's go!
Guy made like hundreds of thousands of dollars playing this fucking shit.
Oh my god! Oh, God. We did it, dude! My #1 most wanted unit! Kidding you? I almost passed out on the ground. I'm not kidding you.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're not kidding us,
passed out
Tech?
on the ground. My blood pressure was so high. I swear on my life. I pinky promise. I was about to pass out. This feeling, free to play Bronya.
Even Tectone, the one promoting these games, doesn't seem to be immune from spending large sums of money on exploitative Chinese crap.
Nah, I heard something. They're probably going to tell it now, but I heard something like he spent like $500,000 on this game. Like, it just a crazy amount. He ended up making it back.
Yes, my 2 favorite Chinese imports, Genshin Impact and fentanyl. We love China.
We love China.
350?
Higher.
400.
Higher.
500?
A little bit higher.
Higher than $500,000
just
on a
Genshin?
gacha game.
Yeah, I spent $500,000 on Genshin Impact.
How do you even do that? How is that possible? And how can you promote a game and play a game like that where you can spend that much money and still consistently not get what you want, apparently, and promote that to people? Because most of his audience are kids. He's on Twitch. And that's not a lie. Most gaming channels, when they do the most popular things like Fortnite, Genshin, kids are watching. And he's promoting gambling to these kids. The fact that that's even a possibility is ridiculous.
OTK, or the One True King streaming organization, on November 21st, 2021, with streamers such as Osmongold, Mizkif, and later Emiru. Interestingly, OTK has had several different scandals in the same realm as Tectone's. One of the co-owners was accused of SA, and the other co-owner, Mizkif, was accused of covering up an assault. Tectone is also one of the biggest Osmongold worshippers online.
Oh, he dick rides Asmongold so fucking bad. It gets terrible. I got nothing against Asmongold. He hasn't done anything wrong. That roach needs a home, and he provided
Basically
it.
thinks the guy walks on water anytime he comes up.
The reason
roaches,
why
man.
I started being a streamer was because of Asmon. Asmon has been and always will be my favorite streamer. The dude's funny, the guy's charismatic, and he made me feel better about my life.
Tectone would eventually
He made me feel better about my life. Yeah, here's some good things. And now, here's a bad one. And if you look there, if you're still watching Sean, Asmongold's wearing a Ghost t-shirt right there. Shout out.
host the Steak and Eggs podcast with Osmongold and Emiru. Before we can get to the absurdities of epigenetic, we need to go back to August of 2022, when Tectone's then wife, Freem, left him.
You've been losing weight. Do I look different than when I first started Camp Canoe?
Yeah.
Because I'm bald?
Because your face.
Abusive relationship.
That's why I'm leaving.
Okay, I don't like this joke anymore.
I don't like this joke anymore. Can you stop it, please? I'm on stream. You're not allowed to humiliate me on stream. I'm only allowed to humiliate you on stream. How many Ghost t-shirts do you have, Sean? I've noticed 2. But you usually wear them on stream.
I don't like this joke. Frig, I'll give you a hug.
Oh, what a hug. What a great hug.
From the body language of Freem, it really looks like she does not want him hugging her.
Thank you for helping me today. I appreciate that. I have a hug back. The pound in the back feels very father-son-ish. Thank you.
Just bury my face into my wife's tits on stream, everybody.
Earlier, Tectone would explain to his stream that he had been hurting his wife for a very long time, with pretty poor explanations, all while Freem was packing her things to leave him.
I want to get this.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. I'm pretty sure you actually see it on stream here. She's actually packing her shit during the stream.
Announcement out of the way beforehand. I've heard that
Nice.
I
The 3
have
pretty new
been
ones.
hurting someone. I've been hurting someone that I care a lot about. Sometimes, Chad, caring too much is not good. It's really
Caring too much is what he calls it. That's why he's hurting her. He cares too much.
not. Sometimes you can mean
Also,
well, but still
he's
cause
painting his fucking nails. I hate this guy.
overbearingness.
Why? Why are you
to
painting
who
your
we
nails?
care about. Because we've been together since we were so young. We formed a very bad codependency.
Why are you telling people this on stream, bro? Why are you getting into this shit on stream? I don't think he's going to get more money for this. I think he's going to get less. Stream elements in the description, by the way.
For one another. Sometimes when Frame isn't in the house, I can't function as a human being at all. I just can't do it.
Oh, God, dude. And now he's doing like alpha male. Metal singers are allowed to paint their nails. Streamers are not. But lost my train of thought. Yeah, he can't function at all without his wife at the house.
Because it got to a point where
Codependency.
I didn't really know the difference of who I was and who Freem was. And when Freem wasn't around me,
You're the one with the head shaped like an egg, and she's the one with the tits shaped like your head.
I didn't feel like a complete human being. And during that process, I hurt my wife because she was overworked. And y'all know that. It's even a meme. It's even a meme. Me yelling Freem. Freem! Sprinting over here. And so I've been hurting Freem for a very long time. I stopped seeing her as a different person. I saw her as myself. And
That's just retarded. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
I asked her to do too much. I asked her to help me too much. And Freem was also hurting me in a way where she wouldn't communicate with me because she was afraid due to her past relationships. But what I realized is a little bit too late, is that Freem is not me. And just because I'm okay with creating content 24/7 does not mean that my wife would be okay with that. I thought you were getting divorced? Same.
Well, spoiler, they do.
They would divorce only 4 months later. Freem filed for it, and Tectone would start a relationship with Twitch streamer and
Sorry, I'm reading.
OnlyFans model Pink Chew.
But yeah, Pink is one of the
Doobie-doo.
best people I've ever met. She's never done anything wrong. A amazing human being.
People would continue to question if Tectone was abusive and what was really going on when clips started to resurface online.
How do I deal with them? I love him.
Don't touch me.
I'm patient.
That was legit. That was real. Don't touch me. What the fuck, bro?
No, you're not. You're like the most impatient, moody I've ever met.
Patient when it comes to you.
Freem, I carry our marriage, and you know that. Freem, you know that.
I think we
What a great guy.
have a pretty 50-50 marriage.
You're high.
Tectone gives
What
the
a
game
great
away in this
guy.
clip for being a wholly unlikable tool and an asshole. What's more shocking, though, is that he
That's what everybody hears from healthy marriages. Oh, I carry this marriage, and you know it. You know it. You're nothing without me. Nothing.
has the lack of self-awareness to do this with his then wife on a live stream.
You're high. I'm not saying you don't help, but you think it's 50-50? Explain.
I mean, okay.
I would unironically say I'm probably one of the best husbands on planet Earth.
You're
One of the best husbands on planet Earth.
a very good husband.
No. I wouldn't say very good. I would say one of the best.
I'm just saying, like, you
I fucking hate this guy.
carry in social aspects, I carry in the back end tech stuff. And I feel like together we make a good team.
But marriage, dude, I am the conflict resolution god.
Yeah, you are.
Does anybody notice that he's basically not driving the fucking car? Like, he's being
100%
very,
you are.
I am the greatest shoulder to
very
cry
not
on.
attentive to
I
the
am
road.
the greatest consoler. I'm understanding everything. The romantic shit I do is crazy. Like, are you? Why?
You'll hear this guy come up later. Maybe not in this stream, but there's going to be other places where you'll see. Not stream, this video rather, where he talks about how he is his biggest critic. He's very humble and self-deprecating. Does this sound like a humble man to you?
Freem, you know beyond a shadow that I'm an incredible husband.
I never said that you weren't.
But you never said that I was.
Okay, you are an incredible husband.
How accommodating I've been is insane.
He's really
Fuck this
channeling
guy.
that inner narcissistic sassy gay man to tell his then wife that she isn't worth anything. And he's the best guy ever.
How accommodating I've been is insane. Why are you not saying anything?
I'm saying, Yes,
Imagine putting this on stream. Just having this conversation at all is just fucking ridiculous. He's driving on stream. Don't fucking do that. 2, he's got his wife with him, and he's sitting there just chastising her the whole time, and you're putting this on stream to the whole world. Where I discovered it.
agree. Of course.
So for like marriages and emotions and understanding and communication, I would say I do about 90% of that.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. The majority of marriage is communication.
Yes.
The communication usually isn't done in front of a couple thousand people online.
You're happy with each other, we're still each other's best friends, I hope, right?
That's a lot of assuming happening
Okay,
right now.
come on. Oh, shit.
It's a lot of assuming.
Holy shit.
When this car clip resurfaced online, Tectone went to sweep it up directly. But specifically what I find interesting is he says, quote, "We pretty much had to get a divorce to save our friendship, which worked, and was definitely for the better. You may not realize it yet,
I'm
but
sure.
this is just an outright manipulative lie by Tectone, something I will explain in more depth
That's perfect. Divorce to save the friendship. That's a new one. That's a real new one.
shortly. Tectone would further present this narrative that everything was all good on stream.
Also, you gotta understand, like, Freem doesn't like when people paint me as a fucking villain, right? Because it kind of just, like, decredits our entire fucking marriage, right? Like, a couple of bad moments doesn't ruin 10 fucking years, you know what I mean? I just really want Freem to be able to get out of the public eye. That's all I want. Oh, and please, God, nobody clip this, please.
Yeah, nobody clipped this. Nobody clipped this stream that a couple tens of thousands of people are
It's
probably
very
watching.
hard for me to talk about Freem, because she was my wife for a very long time, and I don't like remembering how ugly the end of our marriage got.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
My life's going in a great direction, and that's the only reason why it hurts. That's the only reason why it's scary. Am I gonna get canceled over this? No. You wanna know why? Because I don't have secrets.
No secrets. Absolutely none. Got to keep that in mind. He keeps reiterating it, and I'm going to keep reiterating it.
The last 2 years were really rough. It was really rough. Now, the that I would do with Freem, the icky shit I would do with Freem, that wasn't good, right? I'm probably going to delete this VOD after this stream.
I'm sure you did. They clipped it anyway, because they clip everything. You can't be a personality on the internet without getting clipped, buddy.
But holy dude, my friends can't even react to me without it being a hate thread. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Crazy.
Sorry.
After a back and forth on Twitter about Freem being free from Tectone occurred, Freem would clarify the situation with, quote, "Since some think this is playful banter, it's not. We are not on good terms, by the way. But this is between me, him, and our lawyers. Sorry for not wanting to talk about my personal life online. Some things just shouldn't be used for content."
That's not a place to keep that. Yeah, that's a big thing. Obviously, she wasn't okay with the entire situation from the beginning. Why would you be okay with being put online like that? Now that they're divorced, he's still trying to drag her into it. They're still trying to talk about it online.
Sorry for not wanting to talk about my personal life online. Some things just shouldn't be used for content. Discord DMs were sent to Tectone and Pink of Freem posting screenshots of a bra being purchased on Amazon from Tectone's account well prior to his divorce, and then Pichu wearing it at a later date. Freem also still had access to the security cameras and posted pictures of Pinkchu coming in and out of Tectone's house. This was on a date where Freem was supposed to be with Tectone for Christmas. Because of these
That's weird.
new post, Tectone and his new girlfriend would strike back at Freem viciously. Before we get into the nuclear response Pink and Tectone made, I want to jump ahead and let everyone know that Pink has since stated that she was used as a pawn by Tectone to attack his ex-wife, Freem.
Countless lies and rumors thrown around with the intent to pit us against each other.
That he convinced her and told her to do everything that's about
I
to
don't
happen.
know. That sounds like
Regardless of the
something
merit
that
of these
you have
claims,
no
you cannot
secrets.
convince
That
me
sounds like a
Tectone was not
secret to
aware
me.
of what his current girlfriend
sounds
was
quite
about to
secretive,
levy at his ex-wife.
Jonathan.
Keep this in mind for what's about to come next. Tectone's current girlfriend Pink would
Sounds
post the Discord
extremely
DMs of Freem and respond with, quote, "This woman is a criminal and has caused me so much anxiety and distress the last year, I needed to take a break. She spied on me with cameras, even private moments, and shared it with my colleagues and friends illegally. Without knowing her, she spread rumors about me, tried to ruin my career and friendships. I didn't go to the police in fear of what she would do because she is completely obsessed with me and is unhinged."
You'll find out that all of this stuff that was happening when Tectone was dating this Pink Chew chick, who's the one from the lawsuit, by the way. He was just lying the whole time about his ex-wife being crazy and obsessed and trying to put it off like he was the one that initiated the divorce. He was the one that wanted to get rid of her for being abusive. But the entire time, it was her getting rid of him because he's fucking crazy. And he's not just crazy, like, from one standpoint, he's literally schizophrenic. And I'm sure that'll come up in this.
Freem would respond to Pink with, quote, "Have your lawyers reach out to mine." Tex had their info for months. Pink would then start a live stream attacking Freem and announcing she had gone to the police to press charges on Freem for revenge. What you're about to see was all planned,
Is that Ethan
and
Ralph?
Tectone would actually raid Pink's stream prior to her starting.
Tectone's ex-wife has been stalking and harassing me and Tectone for over a year now. She has not left us alone. She has stalked bank statements, internet history, was spying on.
Can you stalk bank statements? If they're not your bank statements, I don't think you can really get them without, like, what, is she hiring hackers to hack into your bank? I doubt it.
me
I doubt it.
when I came to visit Techie, because I guess she originally was spying on Techie, and spread revenge of footage that is considered revenge to people from the cameras as well. I have gone to the police. Here is a police report. I try to clear up as much as I can.
Oh, missed that. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Unlawful electronic transmission of explicit visual material. So they're fucking. And they were fucking already. All right, that's great.
I have a police report. The cops are
They
doing
just
their
have it
thing.
on
I'm not going to
camera.
get into the specifics about the revenge. And yes, her spreading revenge is sexual harassment if she doesn't want to believe it. I thought she was going to make the video that she took of me public. So I called her out. That was the first thing because I was scared
But
she
if
was
it's not
going to start
public,
a
is it
public
revenge porn? I don't think it is, unless you distribute it to somebody. I mean, it can be if nobody finds out about it. You just give it to one or two people. But if you find out, that's still revenge pornography.
narrative against me. She has ruined Tectone's image.
Are you starting to notice some things? Pink later said that there was no revenge. So who was telling her that there was? She also tries to run narrative for Tectone. She even brings up the divorce court papers, which I would presume came from him.
The reason why on Christmas Tectone canceled plans with Freem is because I was a new friend to Tectone. Tectone had talked to me about the mental abuse he went through with her. He confided in me
Was any of it on camera? Because the mental abuse he did to her was on camera.
all the abuse he was dealing with, the cheating, and how hurt he was. And I told him, I
There's a
don't feel
lot to
comfortable
this.
meeting her. I don't want to know
see
this
where we
person.
can
I feel
skip
very
to-
uncomfortable. I think you should maybe take a step back and maybe get some help and think about, what has happened, because I felt bad, like ruined all of our lives.
And the reason why Tectone went nuclear? Because his ex-wife Freem was about to make her alleged and abuse she went through from her husband Tectone public. Tectone has denied this for years, that this was even happening, by the way. But what people aren't aware of is that legal documentation between Pink and Freem clearly states, quote, the dispute between Freem and Tectone relates to a serious and false allegation against Tectone. During that call, Tectone and Pinkchu learned that Freem had a Google Doc and she was planning to release it to the public. We'll get into further detail later, but it's important to realize that the attacks Pink made prior is a direct response to Tectone finding out through Pink that Freem was going to go public with the alleged abuse she went through with Tectone. I reached out to Tectone to get his side of the story, and
Hey, I'm going to do a hit piece on you. Would you like to contribute? That makes it a lot better.
At first, he said he was happy to answer any questions until he realized how meticulously I had gone through everything.
Yeah, because he has no secrets, guys. Remember that. He says it all the time. He's completely open. He never hides
I
anything
asked him
from
what the allegations were
public,
that Pink
from
mentioned
his
they wanted to
audience.
ruin
None of
all
that.
their lives, not letting him know I already had the court documents proving what they were. And he lied to me. He said, quote, no allegations were going to be made against me. This was between her and another woman. Provably a lie.
It was so horrific, it would have
Order
ruined
more.
all of our lives.
Freem would respond to all this with, I'm well aware of the many lies that continue to be said about me, my relationships, and my alleged actions. As social media isn't the appropriate forum to address legal matters, I'll just say that neither I nor my attorney has heard from anyone about actually resolving this matter. I won't be commenting on this further. Pink would even run cover for how Tectone treated his wife in the car clip from earlier, explaining, oh, you don't understand. Tectone realized that day that his wife of 10 years had been cheating on him.
Keep this in mind.
Don't put it public. Even if that were true, which I don't even know if it is at this point, don't put that shit on the fucking internet. Don't put that on a live stream. You're never going to look good at that point. Probably cheating on him because he's afraid of vaginas, which is another thing that's going to come up.
This is the day he caught her and Cruz huddling on the couch and realized she was cheating on him with Cruz, his assistant.
Which is pretty crazy, considering only 5 months later, Pink would announce that Tectone had been cheating on her.
Whoa! Who would have thunk?
Question time. Has anyone ever been cheated on? How do you react to something like that, by the way?
Why are you doing a gym stream, lady? Fuck is happening?
Like, is it weird? Like, I know some people are like, oh, you'll crash out or something when you
Just
learn
like
about
a
that. Like, you
hotel
got
gym,
cheated on.
maybe. With the
But is it
windows.
weird that for me, like, I just like, oh my god, I don't have to deal with this piece of shit anymore.
Tectone, as you will see throughout, would lie to his audience in a pre-planned narrative spinning. And
I don't believe you, Mr. Shamu, because he doesn't lie to his audience. He never has. He just said it.
in an attempt
Not
to
since
dissuade
4 years ago.
accusations of cheating against him.
Which would be 5
When
years
did
ago.
you
at
and
this point.
Pink break up? Me and Pink broke up like mid-June. Do y'all need proof of that or no? Are we gonna take my word for that? Do we need proof? I'm gonna do it anyways. I feel like it's important. Just because I don't want anybody to doubt what I'm saying, and I know it's a pretty serious topic that people really like talking about. Yeah, once again, I want to make it very clear. No ill will towards it whatsoever.
As of right now, perfect pause. Perfect pause. Yeah, but nobody's going to take your word for anything because you've been proven a liar all the time. What's worse being proven a liar is constantly talking about how you don't lie. Like if maybe you like admit that you've lied in the past and maybe you've got an issue with it. Some people are compulsive liars. Some people work on it. But he still to this day continues to say that he does not lie. He doesn't tell lies.
Right now, I don't really care. I mean, it was made public against my will, but I don't care. But yeah, I have a message that I sent to Jimmy on June 28th for Pink.
Who the fuck is Jimmy? Pink and I broke up. Balls. Okay, definitely come by tonight.
And I broke up. But yeah, it was good. Nothing bad.
Tectone for real just pulled up DMs of his modding him and just had this pre-planned so that people wouldn't think he was cheating. Pink would respond posting receipts of the real breakup that was in July. Please stop talking about me on stream. Stop lying. I broke up with you because I suspected you cheating on me. Stop taking pot shots at me on stream. You know, the next day we got back together, I broke up with you on July 23rd. Didn't want to be your friend with benefits on July 26th. You wouldn't even let me ride in the car with you and Sophia, and I was outside the house drunk and alone. I'm not stupid, and I suspect cheating. Just stop. It wasn't good. It was a lot of bad. Pink attached text messages to the tweet of her breaking up with Tectone, where she specifically says twice.
And even to this day, like as we saw in the clip earlier, when the legal allegations come up, he's extremely vindictive towards both this woman and his ex-wife. And I mean, I can understand being vindictive towards somebody you got out of a relationship with, but as we'll see later, you don't really have any room.
It's that she was scared of him.
Buddy.
And then she went after his wife, and there was a whole controversy over that. She basically had protected him, defended him, and he used her constantly.
I wasn't sure.
After Tectone was caught lying, he would respond in a classic manipulative manner. Quote, "You ever just lie to protect someone, but they make it so hard?
Probably shouldn't put that online when you talk about not lying a lot.
He's lying to protect Pink. Not because he was cheating and trying to assert a public narrative."
Why the
To which
fuck
Pink
you
would respond by
lying?
saying, "He's not lying to protect me. He's lying because he doesn't want Sophia to know we were still together. I was told by someone else. He told her the same lie. We both know how you treated me and your ex-wife. You had her sign an NDA to keep her quiet about the abuse, and told me to specifically go over the car clip on stream, and lied to me and said it was the day you caught her cheating. But I found out later it was a lie. Just like your many lies you used to manipulate me to make you look like the victim, when she was the victim all along. She didn't even know Cruz till a month later. As shown here, this is how he treated both of us, our friends."
And as we've seen with the Jeremy shit, as we've seen in so many different times when public figures go out here, and Tectone is definitely a narcissist, big time narcissist. He thinks he can do no wrong. He actually believes that. Even when he does shit wrong, it doesn't matter because he can't be wrong. Therefore, you're judging him by standards that don't apply to him. And that's how he kind of reacts to shit. Even when he knows legally and from the standpoint of another person, he's definitely in the wrong. Like, there's no denying it. But from his perspective, he's like, yeah, but that's not possible because I'm always in the right.
Saw it, my family saw it, and I'm glad I'm out. Pink attached 2 plane tickets from June 2022 of Cruz flying to meet Tectone, who later dated Freem. This is important because it proves that Freem did not meet Cruz until well after the car clip of Tectone acting like an abusive towards Freem. It proves that Tectone lied to Pink in his
Did he just censor asshole? Well, I guess he would. I think he censors most of the kind of bad stuff.
audience about his behavior being because Freem cheated on him. He is a liar.
Keep this in mind. This is the day he caught her and Cruz cuddling on the couch and realized they were she was cheating on him with Cruz.
And arguably, I'd say that's even worse. Lying is one thing, but getting other people to lie for you is another thing that's even fucking worse. Abusing somebody's trust, telling them, oh, for sure, if you say this thing, especially on a public forum, that everything's okay, everything I'm telling you is true, and then you get them to lie for you, that's even more fucked up.
Assistant.
You lie!
Tectone would go live the next day. Of course, not to address anything specific about him lying or the timeline of events. This is typically what he does, but to talk in vagaries and try to manipulate his audience.
And then one of that posse decides to go to the dark side because they're too dumb to realize how good they had it with the main group. People who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, it's fine. It's all good. I'm not the person who keeps saying like, oh man, I'm gonna keep talking about it. Why are you talking about it? I'm gonna keep talking about it. And I'm letting you guys know, for all you guys who know what I'm talking about,
open on the wrong
just
screen,
know that
isn't
person
it?
is gonna keep
Yep,
talking about it till the end of time. So we'll probably be going over this about 80,000 more times. And it's gonna be weird as shit. And I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna keep being weird as shit. Okay? It's gonna keep being weird as shit. It's gonna keep being weird as shit.
He's poisoning the well here, almost as if he knows something else is coming. Oh, it's gonna keep being weird.
Of course
guys.
he does.
I can't say the person's name or even talk
Of course
about
he knows something
specific
else is coming
allegations
because
being
he
made.
knows.
It's just so weird.
And it's just
that he's lying and that people know that he's lying. Let's skip forward. What else we got?
From Tectone. Currently, he's dealing with relationship drama, so why did it jump to being canceled?
I mean, Jesus Christ. It's just too much, man. It's like every day, all these mother can't keep my name out their mouth, and I do them a service.
Does them a service.
Of never even mentioning their name. To
But you're going to mention that they exist, and you're going to, you know, that your audience is going to call them out because they know who you're talking about.
Exacerbate the issue. But I swear to God, one of my closest friends coming out, they think that shit.
Ex-girlfriend of 2 years.
No. Jesus.
Closest friends. All of these women that he abuses are his closest friends, by the way. So close that he actually got a divorce because he wanted to save the friendship with his ex-wife. How fucking noble of this absolute gentleman.
Pathetic. I am going to move on. And the worst thing is,
he doesn't move on.
You swore you would never do this to me. Because I even told you when we started this that I'm horrified of another person who I tried to take care of trying to me again.
You can tell how freaked out he is, and this is prior to any of the serious accusations becoming public by Pink. He's directly referring to Freem screwing him over. He knows what's coming, and the crazy thing is, it's so vague that nobody in the public knew any of the accusations Freem made. So he's directly talking to Pink, preemptively, months before Pink made any of the allegations public.
I was going to say, that's the word I was going to use, preemptively. He's trying to establish a narrative that he's getting fucked over by the people that he abused. So that way, when the allegations actually come out, the people who are loyal to him are just going to say, oh, well, we knew about this already. He was being nice. He didn't want to say names, and now they're going after him because that is a thing. False allegations do exist. But in this case, I'm not even going to say I don't think it happened. I know that it did happen. Like, I know that these things probably happened. I wasn't there, but he already got not convicted. He got found guilty in a civil court. He had to surrender his weapons for 10 years. It might end up being forever because he appealed it, and if he loses the appeal, he's fucked. He loses his gun rights forever. He might actually get jail time because it's like seen as like unjust appeal. I don't know how that works. Something like that.
None of the people have context of what he's referring to until now.
Over and over and over again.
Yeah.
The people who I help the most always me over. And you know what's crazy? And you see the people in my chat, and you see him asking who, and guess what? I'm still not going to say it.
What a guy. What a nice guy.
Because at least I have some courtesy. That's my problem, is that I'm too good of a guy.
He's too fucking good of a guy. You see, all of this happening to him is because nice guys finish last, guys. You know, the gotcha game millionaire can't catch a break because he abused some women and they're trying to hold him accountable for the things that he did. He's too good of a guy.
One day I'll crash out and I'll just post receipts of everything.
He never posted any receipts, by the way, because everyone else did, and they didn't look good for him.
Because here's the thing, guys. I don't do he said, she said. I keep receipts of everything.
It's important to remember
I believe
that as
you,
this escalates
but
throughout,
they don't
Tectone
favor
threatens to
you
delete things, which
to
he says will prove his innocence on several occasions, but he never does. He never posts anything. And things are about to get so much worse. November 20th of 2024.
I like that cat. That's a cool looking cat.
Or Pink would post on Twitter, quote, "How are you supposed to feel if a guy is abusive and makes you cry, then shoves your head into his crotch and demands you suck him off and..."
Mama fucking Mia. What's going on there? And this is something that comes up to, he did this more than once. He does it continuously.
Cry, then shoves your head into...
What? Oh.
His excuse is, emotion just turns me on when you cry. Or when you're asking that you don't feel comfortable doing something sexual and he records you and demands you stop making faces and pretend you like it. Quick pause, but in the text Pink put out months ago, she does ask him to delete any sexual videos that he has. You don't know if it's consensual, obviously, but felt it was worth pointing out. Or you say you don't want to do it anymore and he shoves your head down till you throw up. Guilt trips you into giving and says, "Do your job, you don't pay rent. I took you..."
And this is something that might have come up that I skipped, and it's fucking despicable. That he basically had this girl Pink move in with him without the presumption that it would be a romantic or sexual relationship. He said that she would be an editor and help him out, and he would get her connections and like teach her about how to like play the algorithm and make her more popular as a streamer and as a content creator. And after, it didn't take long. I think it was like less than a month. Where it's like, you know what? I don't think this is a very transactional relationship, and I'm going to need you to start sucking me off. And so then they ended up dating, and I'm wondering if maybe the only reason she considered it dating was because it would just be too embarrassing to just like get pimped out to the guy that you live with just for rent.
To a water park, so you owe me. And all you can do is sleep upstairs because you know what he's going to keep telling you to do. He doesn't touch you, doesn't have sex with you, just keeps you around as a machine and degrades you.
Now, me personally, I'm going to just keep it 100%. It will never not be the hottest thing ever when a thick female has a dick in their mouth. I will never need anything
Classy.
more than that. And it's just like, wow, bro, look at this human vacuum cleaner.
Makes you feel ugly. Don't
Human vacuum cleaner. Class act. 100%. We'll find out later there's a big thing. Well, I don't know if we'll find out in this one. I'm going to play it if we don't have it come up before I get off. But there's a bit of a reason why he's obsessed with the whole mouth thing.
wear baggy clothes, straighten your hair, at least wear eyeliner around the house. Your self-worth totally crushed. I hate that people warned me. I didn't listen because I was so manipulated. I hate that I was lied to when another girl who went through worse was trying to come forward. Remember the street?
And I feel so bad for her because of what happened. But at the same time, I don't understand how this guy could so easily manipulate people. He's kind of a fucking mongoloid. Like, it seems like something you could see through really easily. But then again, I don't think I've ever been propositioned to suck a man off and said yes in any circumstance that I can remember anyway. John, don't you fucking start.
Pink did, where she went totally nuclear on Tectone's ex-wife.
She was going to do something much worse, so bad it would have ruined all of our lives. I'm not going to say what it was that she was doing, but it was so horrific it would have ruined all of our lives.
Freem was originally going to go public with allegations of abuse against Tectone. This is why Tectone had Pink go nuclear on Freem and accuse her of revenge and file a police report. This would lead.
This is a false police report then at the end of the day. The false police report that he had her file against his ex-wife to make her look bad, and she didn't know, Pink, this one here, didn't know that it was false, but he did. He deserves a lot more than he got, honestly. He should be in fucking jail. I think anyway. Allegedly, my opinion.
To lawsuits involving Freem and Pink. Many of the claims Tectone was making that Pink would parrot were determined to be false, and the case would be settled after the determination in Freem's favor. Now another
Damn it, Sean.
settlement outside of this lawsuit happened between Tectone and Freem, I believe in Freem's favor, and led to both Freem and Tech being placed under NDA. So Freem wasn't ever able to go public with her allegations against Tectone, but there will be more evidence shortly that they were very...
I just don't get how you can get someone to sign. She was obviously terrified, because unless she took a bunch of money, how do you get someone to sign an NDA without either money or threats? Which it could be either with him. He's got money. Even now, he had to pay all of Pink Chew's legal fees at the end of this whole thing, and he easily did it. He's not in squalor. He's not like Jer. He actually had investments, I think.
Very similar to Pink's. Me and her are good now, but I should have listened. When you're in it, you feel blind to reason. I see some comments that are worried. I just want to let you all know I am out and have been at my own place and am safe. Don't want to worry anyone. I've been taking it one day at a time since this.
Today, you are going to see me at my worst.
Doubt it. I doubt it.
Today, I feel like gonna be real. And I'm gonna...
I doubt that too.
Address this right now because this is not content for me. I mainly just want my mods to hear this because I know a lot of my mods know about this. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. This ain't funny. This ain't cute. I can no longer help someone who is this stupid.
No, Sean, NDAs don't protect you from breaking the law, but if you're so afraid of the person that made you sign it, then it's not that she wanted to do it. She probably just was too scared to not accept, is what I'm thinking. Allegedly.
Can no longer try to protect someone that is this stupid, who would betray me this much. And guys, I'm gonna keep this vague. I'm gonna keep this vague for a reason. Okay?
I'm gonna keep this vague. It's one of the two women that I was sexually assaulting for years. One of those two.
So if you're confused,
allegedly, in my opinion,
you're gonna stay confused. I know the person who needs to hear this is gonna hear this, and I mean this genuinely. I did everything for you. I helped you with everything. I fixed everything for you. I was there for you like nobody else was there for you in your whole life. Your words, not mine. The fact that you're letting these people get into your ear, the same people who are talking behind my back illegally, by the way, the same people who placed me under an NDA where I cannot talk about them. I know they're talking to you right now behind the scenes, and they're getting you to believe in bull, letting them get in your head and make you imagine problems that never happened.
This is such an insane explanation. His ex-wife manipulated her to create all of the things Pink talked about. Does that sound logical?
And it's insane how these things that have happened in your own mind.
Like, that's not at all what happened at all.
This isn't cute. So I am going to leave it at this. My lawyer is going to be contacting your lawyer, the same lawyer that I helped you get because you were scared. I'm not fucking around with this.
Yeah, Pink was scared of a woman that she self-admittedly had never even met or spoken to. Obviously, everything that she knew was coming from Tectone. Let's just look at a portion of the lawsuit Pink filed against Freem, and you tell me. On August 18th, 2022, Tectone hosted a live stream where he went on a real-life adventure visiting several anime shops and attending an elaborate and expensive sushi dinner. On the same day, Freem was extremely jealous of Tectone's adventure and was pouting in her office. Noticing Freem, Kurzum suggested they go out on their...
We'll skip ahead. Did I go to the right one? Yes.
tweet, which confirms that it has to do with her. And the other person was obviously Freem, who was going to come out with allegations before something happened and NDAs were signed. Maybe a payout, possibly. Tectone would also announce what he called his resignation with OTK. I personally think OTK were well aware of his ex-wife's allegations, so this would have been the second go-around with abuse allegations, except this time they became public. Tectone actually tries to pass off that his contract was up, and he chose not to renew.
That whole OTK organization ended up being a bunch of sex pats, allegedly, in my opinion. And they pretty much disbanded. They're not really a thing anymore.
Let me explain to you.
Also, Twitch is a dying platform, and nobody likes them. Kick is a lot better in every way.
Why I left OTK. Why I resigned from OTK. The reason why I resigned from OTK, why I did not sorry, I'm very tired. Why I did not renew my contract with OTK that expired on November 1st, 2024. The original contract was 2 years with an additional option to extend by an additional year, thusly completing my 3 years in OTK. And the reason why I chose...
He didn't need them. He doesn't need anybody. He's Tech fucking Tone.
...to not renew with OTK is because it gave me a weakness. And I realized...
He's tired. He's sleepy. He's
I really don't like having weaknesses.
Yeah, sure. It was just a cosmic coincidence. It happened directly after Pink's allegations became public. Screw it. I'll count this one.
Are you calling me a liar?
You sit on a throne of lies.
Pressure would mount until Tectone decided to go live on the 24th and make the single worst response to allegations I have ever seen in my time online.
We're going to talk about everything. However, in regards to a specific situation, I am only going to give you the tip of the iceberg. Because the rest, I am going to hold until I need to say it.
Now would probably be a good time to talk about maybe a little bit more than 5% Tectone. Actually provide receipts or talk about the situation more in depth, considering
he
your
always
last two
keeps
girlfriends
receipts.
appear to be calling you a racist.
He's always keeping receipts.
I want to let you guys know one thing.
Gotta respect the berserk imagery here. Good job there, Shamu.
I am not going to tell you a single lie this entire stream.
I don't believe you. I don't think anyone's ever gonna believe you again, you fucking piece of shit. When's the last time you actually told the truth, you fuckhead?
At least I'm gonna try not to. And you know,
oh, he's gonna try not to. Okay, sorry. That makes everything better.
You know what's crazy? Oh, and guys, in case you don't know what the allegations are, let's just get them out of the way. I have been accused by my ex-girlfriend of being abusive, mentally abusive, and potential. I've been accused of all those things. And before there's a guy in
Understanding dispute between Freeman and Tectone relates to a serious false allegation. During that call, Tectone and Pikachu learned that Freeman Googled
who's saying,
so he brought this
again,
up, I think, probably.
This isn't an again thing. This is a one-time thing.
Oh, who the hell is this? Kitnetic, the Sinfluencer. Pretty damning that two women I was very close to told me the same exact story about the same man without having ever spoken to one another to the last detail. Oof. Going back years before they ever even knew the other woman existed. The same gaslighting, narcissistic, manipulative cycle of abuse. Oh, hey there. He is lying.
There is no again.
That's a lie.
Liar.
He's a liar.
In my 30 years of being alive on
Not
this
that long,
earth,
Tech.
there are two things that I've never done. I have never cheated. I
doubt it.
Have never placed anyone under an NDA.
Tectone unfortunately forgets to include the in the list of things he's never done. Tech.
I'm going to give you guys 5% of the proof and the evidence that I have in my favor. He doesn't touch you, doesn't have sex with you, and keeps you around as a blood machine and degrades you. First of all, I've never degraded you. I never have, never will. And the
I don't believe you. I mean, shit, I'm only 30, and this was a couple years ago, so.
other reason is Pink. You understand why I would not have sex with you. As a victim of sexual assault and rape myself, I had trauma when it came to having sex. This is a known fact. I have told you this from day one. I've also said, if you can't handle it, it is what it is. I don't want to apologize for being raped and being scared.
So this is
I don't want to have sex with you because I was sexually abused as a kid. Also, I'm on stream talking about how much I love putting wieners in women's mouths and seeing wieners in women's mouths. Okay, buddy. Okay.
Isn't a big secret, but a context you should probably have is that this was the case for the majority of the 10 years with Freem and 2 with Pink, which corroborates Pink's allegations, the type of physical relationship that was had. Tectone attempts to offer this as an explanation, but it really just...
Allegedly, during the entire time of his adult life, for however long this has supposedly been going on, this man has never once had regular intercourse with a woman. Not once, according to the people that he's been with. Nobody's ever come forward saying that he ever has. 2 women have come forward saying that he hasn't. But he's really into mouth stuff for some reason.
Illustrates how disordered he is.
Now, I would like everybody to know, over the course of the past 4 months, I have since gotten over that.
Well, that's a bit convenient.
I'm understanding everything the romantic do is crazy.
The demon is a liar.
A liar?
That liar!
So, I would say, talking about things is good.
Tectone addresses Pink's post
Talking
and provides
about
only a
things is
single
good.
receipt, which in his mind is going to clear the entire debacle up. Must be pretty damning. Let's take a look.
Guilt trips you into giving jobs and says, do your job, you don't pay rent. I took you to a water park, so you owe me. Pink, you implied that I was paying you to suck my... That is not true. You know that's not true. What you would do is, you would go upstairs, you would record your OnlyFans, and then you would beg me to suck my dick. You say that I would say, do your job, you don't pay rent. This is factually untrue. Here is you paying rent, not one time, but multiple times. That is you.
Okay, yeah, there's some money there.
Paying rent. And now what you might be thinking.
But do these timelines line up? That's what I want to know. Do these things go together at all? I doubt it.
Is, oh, well, maybe those are just edited screenshots. Well, then if you're not happy with my word, allow me to show you your own. My trauma with Tectone. I have been Tectone's roommate for a year now, and I can say he is one of the most understanding, kindest persons I have ever met, and contrary to popular belief, I do pay rent, Lamau.
Total Tectone victory.
Because, you know, nobody has ever, like, lied under duress or anything. It's not like she might have been afraid. I don't know. But you're right.
He did it.
She did say
She paid rent.
She
She
paid
was
rent.
lying, right? Only there's one big tech dope issue.
She never said that she never paid rent. She said that Tectone told her that since
This
you
shoe?
don't pay rent, you have
This
to
is
pay me
denims.
back in these other ways. And then we literally saw a video of him doing exactly
So it's
that.
fucking bullshit.
She never said that she never paid rent. She said that he said she never paid rent.
Is that the garbage has not been taken out in 7 days.
Take your own fucking garbage out. It's not hard. Take yourself out. Not in that way. Take yourself outside with the garbage and don't come back. If you're so fucking upset about it, do it yourself.
It's Pink's responsibility. And the reality is that she's in my house role-playing as a goth Hooters orderer, waitress. And honestly, it's really annoying because the reality is she doesn't pay rent. The reality is she doesn't pay rent. She's not doing her responsibilities, and she needs to do.
Oh, hang on a
The
minute,
garbage is
bro. So
Dude, he is. That is very deceptive on his part.
Don't put that shit on stream.
Beggars belief. The only point Tectone makes to address and fight against these accusations, he just straight up lies about. As he clearly states there,
The reality is she doesn't pay for rent.
this was one of the things I actually asked Tectone about, and
not gonna
surprise,
watch that
surprise,
part.
he refused to answer.
Knew you were lying.
And I wish she would understand. If she would just delete the post and apologize, all of this would go away and things would go back to normal. Will you tweet
I don't
out
believe
the
you.
proof? I will at a certain point.
He
I
never
will at a
does.
certain point.
Hey, look at that. He never does.
Really, truly hope that you guys believe everything that is that I said.
We don't.
If you didn't,
nobody does.
I'll provide proof later.
You don't. Never did. Didn't happen.
Right. So obviously without
This is a
proof, nobody
falsehood.
knows what
This is
actually
a lie.
happened. But it's like, dude, this guy's only receipt was him being totally deceptive and just straight up lying, caught in 4K. And here's the thing, it's not even on. He had revenge porn her. She was lied to and used as a pawn to defame someone that didn't deserve the hate. That her and Freeman cleared up what really happened, and that any lawsuit/charges wouldn't be.
So I don't know if this is going to come up on this video, so I'm going to skip to it right now. We're going to go back to this in a minute. But this here's Nicholas Diorio. He does drama YouTube. And okay, so this is a different video. Okay. So he's watching this video. And honestly, if I should have looked into that, it's my bad. But here's a new allegation against Tectone. This one's not a legal one. It's just kind of funny.
For instance,
nah, dude, and I was a horrible brother. You're not even being. That's not even a crime. Why did you?
His lawyer simply asked, when you broke up the first time,
Yes.
did
There was, I want to clarify, there was 3 times. Once I believe Pink has forgotten about. There was one where Pink wanted me to try to have sex, and I swore to her that I would try, and I did.
He swore to her that he would try, and it just didn't
And it just
work.
didn't work. I was
Why
too
not?
afraid of committing vaginal sex. It's not a thing to take.
He was too afraid of committing vaginal sex. Bros, he's afraid of vaginas, people. He's scared of women. He's scared of lady parts. He's afraid.
Lightly. I'm not a guy that sleeps around. It's, what if I get her pregnant? And
is that
also,
it?
I'm not going to lie. The unfortunate reality is that I did have a fear of Virginia's.
Virginia's. He has a fear of
I'm going to lie.
vaginas.
The unfortunate
There it is, folks. He's afraid. He's scared. He can't do regular sexy time. He's afraid. Why would you? This is legal documents here. I'm a straight man, but something about them just scares me. Oh, dude.
reality is that I did have a fear of Virginia's.
Dude, he's like, all right, so when you guys broke up, and Tectone's like, guys, stop the show. I need to tell you about my deep-seated fear of vaginas. Dude, he's so insane. He just goes on a long tangent. Guys, I couldn't have raped. You don't understand. I'm terrified of vaginas. There's no other way.
I'm not a guy that sleeps around. It's, what if I get her pregnant? And also, I'm not going to lie. The unfortunate reality is that I did have a fear of Virginia's. It's still hard for me to look at Virginia's. I'm a straight man.
I'm a straight man, but something about them just scares me.
But something about them just scares me. And so, when I lost my virginity, I had to even close my eyes just to kind of go through the motions. Sorry. Am I rambling?
Dude, Ms. Skip couldn't have delivered that any better. Like,
there it is, folks. He was married for 10 years, or at least with a woman for 10 years that he married, and 2 years with another one. Both attractive-looking girls, I would say. Wonderful young ladies, and he never once, at least as far as we know, allegedly, never once actually went out of the way at all to do anything to help them out in the bedroom. Not at all. Because he's scared. He's scared of what's between their legs. I've never heard anything so fucking cowardly in my life. That's the worst thing I've ever heard. But I will say, He admitted it. He admitted he's afraid. He's afraid of lady bits. You can make that not a thing, though. Like, hygiene exists, and even if you think they're gross, he's afraid. He can't even look at them. But I am going to take a pee break. I really have to pee. It won't take too much longer after that. We're going to finish up. Thanks everybody who watched. Like the stream if you haven't already. I will be right back. Gonna give a little tribute to my boy here while he's watching. I'll be right back. Whoops. There we go. All right, I'm back. Dooby-dooby-doo. There we go. Dooby-dooby-doo. Oh, I don't think genitals are shaped weird. For me, it was always just a hygiene thing. I've had bad experiences, but we'll talk about that now.
Be pursued, and that most of what was put out was distorted in order to defame Tectone's ex-wife, Freem. On January 15th, Tectone made an announcement basically saying, "Hey guys, I know I said I was going to sue Pink, but unfortunately, she knows all the loopholes in defamation cases.
Unfortunately, I was going to sue somebody for something unlawfully, and unfortunately, she could stop me from doing that."
Yes, the young OnlyFans girl who sounds like this.
Look, okay, I'm a girl. I don't want to look bad. What if my coochie comes out?
Here's the crazy idea.
Thank you. Now my sisters are now gamer nerds and weebs, and I have infected them.
It's a defamation savant, totally ruining your life. This makes total sense. Don't question it. But from the website Law Shell, it specifically states that, quote, for a statement to be considered defamation, it must be about the plaintiff. Even if the statement does not mention him or her by name, it can be actionable on grounds of defamation if a reasonable person would understand the communication as referring to the plaintiff. And seeing as every single person on the internet that knows about this understands that it's being communicated by you, it looks like you're full of shit yet again.
Been lying to me. I'm gonna charge you with perjury.
He also states,
so we're not going to watch the Hassan part.
Allegations that it's actually him.
This part
that was
involves
assaulted,
Hassan, but that's not.
and that
He's not
Pink
the
is actually inhumanely weaponized. Hassan would respond.
I hate Hassan too, but you can't just do a stream about Hassan unless it's something new, because he does something new every fucking week. Fuck him too. That's almost pretty funny,
basically
though.
calling Tectone a but what happens next elevates this story to an all-timer.
Apparently, Tectone, as soon as he came after me and talked about his father's like military record or whatever, the internet found out that motherfucker dad did the same shit that he did.
And victims like Heath Phillips. When he told his
Bad.
commander, his report was ignored.
It's
Department of
really,
Defense-
really bad when Hassan Piker can justifiably call you out for something. Like, there's no recovering from that at all. It's too late. He should have fucking given up being a streamer, go get a real job. Probably doesn't even need a real job. He made millions of fucking dollars off of gotcha games.
Says
being a fucking
19,000
weirdo.
incidents of assault occurred in 2010 alone. Nearly 90% went unreported. Biggest photo you see is of Colonel Michael
There
Robertson.
he is,
He
the
was
man
convicted of
himself.
14 accounts of assault.
Turns out Apple doesn't fall far from the tree, folks.
Hey, you know they got your mans. They got your mans on assault charges. Yeah, you be hanging with. The you be hanging with. And it was your mans. He was your boy. How you grew up with him.
After being embroiled in abuse and allegations for months, Tectone's own father
That the
turned out
boss
to be
from
possibly the
Smiling
most
Friends?
infamous sex pest in U.S. military history. His father was such a that they literally had televised C-SPAN Congress hearings in an attempt to stop future assaults by using him as the example.
I rise again today to
That's
draw
fucking
attention
nuts.
to the epidemic in our military of sexual assault. 19,000 women and men each year are or assaulted in the military. This travesty is not being addressed, and I will continue to speak out on this floor until it does. Today, I would like to tell the story of one of the 8% that were prosecuted. The story of Colonel Michael Robertson, who commanded
Yep,
Fort
that's
Blister's
him. That's the
31st
guy.
Combat Support Hospital at Camp Dwyer, a military base and airfield in the Helmand River Valley in Afghanistan. Last week, Colonel Robertson was convicted by a military judge of 14 charges, including having free on his government computer, harassing 3 women, and assaulting 5 women. 8 women that served under his command testified at great cost to their careers and their privacy. Colonel Robertson routinely touched them without permission on their breasts, thighs, and buttocks.
And that's another thing that pisses me off. So Tectone pisses me off because he looks kind of like me. And he's on the right wing. And he's this giant piece of shit that has a lot of eyes on him, and he makes everybody look bad. And then here we have his dad, who was a colonel, a commander of a base in the U.S. military. I was in the military. I highly respect our service members. I know people who are still in. I know people who have gotten out. And it really pisses me off when guys like this just go out here and abuse the power that they're given by the institution. They signed their fucking name. They went in, they raised their right hand, they took their oath, and then they go around and they start fucking abusing people just because. It's a power thing too. He's a colonel. That's a big deal. The rank after a colonel in the army is brigadier general. So general officers. This guy was in charge of hundreds or maybe thousands of people that he had power over, and he used that power to hurt them for his own gain. I don't know why he's not in fucking prison. I don't have to look this up later. Because he should be in prison. He should be in fucking Leavenworth prison making big rocks into smaller rocks, into pebbles, into gravel. Fuck.
And encourage them to look at the computer. Some testify the harassment occurred daily. Despite repeated warnings, Colonel Robertson also emailed friends and female subordinates. What makes the defense's answer to all these actions? That all of these jokes and the touching were attempts to boost morale. Colonel Robertson, the majority of assailants are older and of higher rank than their victims.
The molestation will continue until morale improves. That was his motto.
They abuse not only their authority, but also the trust of those they are responsible for protecting. Survivors can email me at stopmilitary@mail.house.gov if they would like to speak out.
This was all part of the creation of the Sexual Assault Training Oversight and Prevention Act, which was created because of Tectone's father. You may be thinking, wow, can't get any more absurd than this, right? Well, you would be wrong, as Tectone regularly would have his father on live streams and podcasts. And what do you think that typically looked like?
Obviously, you're not aware of my first podcast with Techie. Oh,
the one where I showed you.
What do you think about that? Do it again.
Daddy issues?
They all have daddy issues. Well, she has a facial expression as if to say, hey, sailor, I like the little short dress. She looks like she works out.
One of the first things
The fuck is wrong with this guy? But you're convicted offender father. Yeah, but Sean. Yeah, but in the Philippines, that happened all the time anyway. Didn't have anything to do with that at the end of the day. But no, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Yeah, let's put your high-profile convicted offender father on stream, which arguably his streams were even higher profile. What a fucking moron.
Tectone says to me, he's like, "Sup, dude? By the way, my 17-year-old father thinks you're hot." And I was like, uh-oh.
First thing he did was he put me into some kind of headset and costume and put me in this AI room.
VR chat.
Am I moving? Oh my God.
Yeah, so that's chill. And that's
Yeah, but how? Oh Lord, have mercy. And so he's got me in that headset, and I'm in there, and
I'm holding them on.
it's getting bad. And,
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's as dressed up as a girl.
I got you.
Holy no, this is horrible. This is fucking
right, because
Or
that's
whether-
the thing.
This is
Yeah, or whether it's
disgusting.
you dressed up as a girl.
Probably mostly
Yeah.
Asmund.
Yeah.
We're gonna give him a heart attack, I swear to God.
A convicted pervert father and son bonding, where you feel up anime waifus in VR that
Fuck,
may or may not be men, is insane, even by my standards.
And
I don't know what your standards are, Shamu,
the
but fuck,
censors
that
made it
is just
feel
horrible.
like I was being touched.
Damn.
Yeah. And it felt like this one character was unzipping my pants.
Freckles, the
And I want you to bark for me.
Woof.
Fuck, dude. I didn't see this. Oh, fuck.
Wait a minute, I got another dog. I got another. Want to hear my other dog? Oh, that's my other dog. Woof, woof. Oh. How we doing? She looks real submissive and looks like, in the words of Halsey, I can take a pounding.
What do you think?
6 years old, maybe?
Yeah.
That's what she looks like.
Do you know what a lolly is?
Fuck me. Do you understand why I hate this guy now, please? Fucking Gooner D-Gens watching Lolly VR chat.
It's like a 3-year-old.
What a furry is?
No.
There are people who dress up in like dog suits. But you know what pegging is.
Cool, furry mention. Anybody who's watching, we're gonna do a stream about furries on Friday. Furry Friday, everybody. It's gonna be fucking great.
Tell you a great pagan story.
One of them.
8 stepmoms? Hold up. What?
7 stepmoms, how many have I had?
I'm a bad man, but it really ain't, okay? It's like saying
Oh, I
you're gonna
believe
make
you.
not have the money shot. It ain't there ain't a money shot. You know, people ask me what was about the military. What did you like? Well, I love the camaraderie.
Stop military.
Incredibly, Tectone brought his father into the online arena, and even though he had sexual charges, thought it would be wise to have him goon out to Lolly and VR gotcha game
What an
degeneracy.
actual,
The reaction
absolute
to Hassan
fucking
striking back
retard.
at Tectone was met with many people bemoaning Hassan for attacking family or going low. However, Tectone
No, I gotta read that. Every time I turn on one of Hassan's streams, digging on people's personal lives, blah, blah. Only losers bring up someone's family as a way to score points when they've lost. Going after family. Listen, Hassan's not a good person. I fucking hate the guy. But objectively speaking, Hassan Piker, and this is gonna hurt for me to say, objectively speaking, Hassan Piker is infinitely better than this fucking freak right here. I can't fault him for that. I just can't do it. I'm sorry.
at Tectone was met with many people bemoaning Hassan for attacking family or going low. However, Tectone brought him onto his own platform. He can be talked about, and if you think for a minute I shouldn't talk about him being an infamous convicted military pest, you can go yourself. I don't care.
I agree,
The following is
Shamu.
taken from a
Fuck
blog
that
that
guy.
sources news publications that were done at the time,
Oh, he did
dated
spend time
November
in prison.
13th,
Okay.
2011. Quote, after he was found guilty, The colonel walked over to one of the victims and said, "I'm sorry." She started to sob and walked away, appearing to make sure not to let him touch her. Later, before he was sentenced, the colonel looked at the woman who accused him from the stand and said, "I would like to apologize for any and all of the actions that led to these proceedings being necessary. It was never my intent to harm or offend any of the women, and I will take the burden to my grave." The colonel's mental health doctor at Fort Bliss testified that he was as a young child by a male caretaker. He currently suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder and depression. There is some cosmic irony that both Tectone and his father...
No, you didn't read the important part. After he serves his sentence, Michael Robertson will be able to retire as a colonel. He has 2 active duty sons serving in the army in Afghanistan. They gave him his fucking pension! They gave him his fucking pension! Yeah, he can serve for fucking 30 years in the army and sexually abuse women, and he can keep his pension and all. I mean, fuck.
Suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder and depression. There is some cosmic irony that both Tectone and his father's response to allegations in court proceedings.
So because they both, so can we reasonably assume that his dad's the guy that touched him? Allegedly, in my opinion. Is that a reasonable assumption to make? You just use the same excuse. Or maybe when he got accused of doing something, he's like, well, it worked for my dad. They even gave him his pension afterwards. I can just say what he said. Oh, boy.
For sexual impropriety is in both cases to state that they were both victims of abuse. In Tectone's case, to use as a shield as to why he couldn't possibly have done anything wrong, and in his father's case, as an attempt to explain his behavior.
And then Hassan starts.
Don't wear suit jackets with fucking tank tops underneath. You look like a fucking faggot. Sorry.
Going after my father. And
for good reason. You gave him the ammunition by putting him on fucking screen. That was your fault.
I get very confused by this. Because me and my father have had a pretty bad past. I'm pretty open about this. My father's gone to prison. I'm very open about this.
Here's Tectone 2 weeks prior to this, where he acts like he has no idea what anyone's talking about when his father's convictions are brought up.
Your father went to jail for the same Oh, really? Wait, tell me more, man. Tell me more. What else? Who'd my dad Who? 5 women in the military accuse your father of Really? That's crazy. You think so? What else? That's why he went to jail discussing Bill. Really, man? That's interesting. How do you know so much?
Because it's public record, you fucking retard. It's easy. Any of this shit can be found.
How are you so all-knowing?
My father's gone to prison. I'm very open about this.
You are a bald-faced liar.
If anybody's surprised, yeah, my dad's gone to prison before. Me and my father.
Oh, also, you just told everyone, so you just gave them the ammunition to go look it up and use it against you, you fucking tard.
Father have had a pretty interesting past.
Instead of addressing the news surrounding his father, who he brought on streams,
low-key, or not even low-key, high-key, he looks like fucking General Shepard from fucking Modern Warfare 2 when he's got the mustache.
And just take the L, Tectone decides to pull on the heartstrings of his viewers and talk about all of his childhood trauma. There's really no need to, and it comes off as manipulative, while under a microscope of controversy.
When I was a young boy, I came from a very, very, very poor family.
Microscope of controversy.
When I was a young boy, I came from
a
very, very, very poor family. I did. My mother never really treated me well. And I was named after my father's best friend because I was supposed to die at birth.
Are you serious right now, bro?
I lived with my mother.
Why would you name it
until about 3rd grade?
Think they're gonna
and you know, something very bad happens to me. I don't feel like talking about it. Due to that thing happening to me, lawyers get involved, the court gets involved. When I moved in with my dad, it was a very like hands-off relationship with me and my dad. He bought me and my brothers a separate apartment to live, while him and my stepmom lived in a separate apartment.
And right away, Tectone is provably misrepresenting the truth yet again.
Tectone said that whenever he was in high school, you had a separate apartment for them to be at, so you could have privacy with your own apartment.
Fourth grade.
All right, that's not untrue.
Yes.
I mean, good on the other 2 brothers for signing up for the army, having this guy as your dad. being in the army and fucking with your life. Good on them, but holy shit.
But that is a misrepresentation of the truth. So he and his brothers went into a 2-bedroom that was down the hall until 4 months later when we moved to a house.
Don't lie right now.
You lie.
And me and my
that sounds kind of sick. You know, for him. Not having to take any responsibility. Like, shut up, I got money, live in the fucking apartment down the road.
father never really interacted much, and I was just considered the failure of the family. I was interact
right now.
I was just considered the.
I am sad. Here's some embarrassing information about me. Please don't bully me with it. It's perfect. Here's this really embarrassing shit about my life. Please don't bully me with it.
Failure of the family. I was on by pretty much everybody, including my dad. I'm not gonna lie. And I'll be real, I was never really treated too good.
Yes, after bringing his father on podcasts and streams, now that the internet has found out his history, he is going to completely throw him under the bus for hundreds of thousands of viewers.
Father becomes incredibly violent. I hear that my father has been accused of a crime, even though my father never treated me too well. Nobody ever really wants to believe that about their dad. And I'm just gonna be real. Like, when you talk to my dad, he be grabbing you. I'm not gonna lie. And he doesn't do that anymore because I told him it's weird as shit. But he would like grab your shoulder, he would grab your arm. And he said that's what he got convicted for. And obviously he took some of the aggression out on me. I got back from soccer practice, which I joined because I wanted to make my dad proud. And I put a orange soda can on top of my trash can. My father threw me to the ground and put a gun against my head. And he said, "Give me a good reason not to shoot you."
So you
I don't want to say what I want to say. Or rather, I shouldn't say what I want to say. Must have been a pretty good reason.
felt comfortable bringing your father around all of these public people several times, and now that he has some hate online, you're going to out him as this abusive monster? It's strictly, in my opinion, to garner sympathy from his audience and just totally using his father to do so.
Now, obviously, this isn't really anything that I just really want to talk about on stream.
I don't fucking believe you. You love the pity party. He fucking loves it when everybody are jerking off to it. Yeah. Tell me more about your past. Yeah. I'm gonna telling you, feel sorry for me, blah, blah. Fuck you. If you didn't want to talk about it on stream, you fucking wouldn't. It's not that hard not to talk about shit you don't want to talk to on a public forum. All you have to do is not do it. People in chat, nobody in chat's even talking to you. There are no chats. It's all emojis and shit. You're just fucking venting because you have nothing else to fucking talk about. You want sympathy and pity points.
However,
fuck you.
A really great Twitch streamer.
You know that Hassan Piker?
Is just making me relive my childhood trauma because of all this. I hated my father because he never told me that he was proud of me.
Shut the fuck
You
up,
serious?
bro.
He always made me feel like a failure. And to be honest, he was quite abusive. Looking into what I heard that he was convicted of, which I never did.
It is quite literally the first and third results on Google when Googling your father's name, Tectone. The third in all caps. Assault in the military.
I guess 15 years after the fact is quite painful.
I don't believe you. You're a fucking
It is.
millionaire. You don't care. You don't care about this shit.
Anyways,
You're making
fast
more
forward
money
a little
off of
bit.
it.
After I was homeless for a tad, I would DM them about how
Poor
sometimes I
guy,
had no money.
homeless and hated. He's poor. He's homeless. Oh, he's hated, all right. And it just sucks to be put in a position where you have somebody that claims to be right wing. Same thing with the fucking quartering. Fuck him. I'll never not say fuck him now. Just acts like such a fucking wet blanket, such a fucking bitch, and uses situations to try to make more money.
To where I couldn't.
Nothing this guy has ever made has ever been fucking good. Ever. He's one of those types of streamers that people get on, they want to talk to him like, hey, Mr. Tectone, maybe one day I'm 10 years old, I can be a Twitch streamer too, right? And he's like, ah, sure, thanks for the bits.
Could afford to eat, and it got met with laughter. Due to this all being resurfaced by Hassan, due to what my father was convicted for, which really hurts to say.
I mean, I'm not sure why you've known about it for the last 15 years.
Shut the fuck up. Please.
It's kind of hard.
This is the fakest shit I've ever fucking seen. Yes, cry more.
To think of your family as a monster, but I didn't sleep much last night. I honestly didn't want to believe it last night.
Yeah, sure. It's
You fucking knew, you son of a bitch.
not like people have been posting at you that your dad went to jail for being a pest for the last 5 months.
And I don't really know what to think, but I think the fact
You know what to think. You
that
just don't know what to
Hassan
say.
wants to imply that I'm a monster
You know that, Hassan Piker?
based off of who my father is disgusting.
Like this man has, I guess, epigenetic memories of. It's just like it's a familial obligation over here.
And
Fuck, Hassan, don't make me laugh. I don't want to like you at all.
to imply that I'm a
Yeah, whatever. He made a joke at your expense because you've been involved in SA allegations the past year, and then the
Pretty
internet
good
found out
joke,
your
actually.
dad was
That's a-
one of the
that's a
most
rare
infamous pests in
Hassan
US
W.
military
I'll give it
history.
to him.
I get it. I made a whole documentary about it. It's like an absurd cosmic joke at your expense.
and to imply that I'm a
Is he whimpering? The man is literally whimpering directly into the microphone over a joke Hassan, the face of
Yeah, we'll finish this out the whole way. It's almost over.
terrorism in 2025 made. This is 100% performative. You cannot convince me otherwise. You could pop.
Wait, let me see if I can do it. Hey. You know, when I was growing up, my dad told me a story about being forced by someone, I'm not going to say who, to hurt somebody else. And yeah, it's not that fucking hard. Fuck you. Stupid fucking cunt. Man, maybe I could get pity. That was pretty good. I did pretty good at that. Maybe. Fuck, maybe I could get some pity money. Because my life sucks. You know, I stubbed my toe the other day, and it reminded me of that time I got molested by my uncle. God. Anyway.
Pause and play a song to center yourself, but instead, you're staying on stream.
None of those things were true. None of my uncles molested me. I was fat and ugly growing up. I don't think any of them would, but even if they would, they wouldn't have done it to me.
Whimpering directly into a microphone.
after
fuck
I
off,
myself
bro.
have been twice based on what my father has done. It's just a little bit crazy, isn't it?
He is actually trying to use SA as a shield against Hassan Piker making jokes about his dad being a convicted pest. It's the BPD woman meme to say you were SA'd in order to be deemed beyond reproach or criticism. Funnily enough, he did the same thing with Pink when she made allegations against him. Maybe you're thinking I'm jumping to conclusions and being too harsh. Well, just
I
a
don't,
few
buddy.
minutes later,
I believe every
after
word
that
you're
great
fucking saying,
performance to garner
Shadow.
sympathy from his audience, he switches on a dime like nothing ever happened. You be the judge.
But yeah. I'm gonna just keep farming the out of them. To be honest. Yeah, I don't give a
Holy fuck, guys. What is that music?
Yeah,
It sounds
straight
so
up.
familiar.
I'm good. Yeah, it is what it is. There's not really anything he can say to deter me whatsoever, to be completely honest. Yeah, I think the guy's an absolute piece of shit. Do I think he's in the wrong for what he said about my dad? No, not really. I mean, at the end of the day, those are public court documents. But try to tie me to that because of who my dad is, bro, you're retarded. You're just dumb. You know what I mean?
Holy fuck,
this whole
man.
apple
This guy
doesn't fall far
sucks.
from the tree. Go
This guy
something. We all know
sucks
the
so
great guy your
fucking
dad
bad.
was. Thankfully, I have a little bit of class to actually not talk about that.
No, he's classy, all right.
Anyways,
He's
we're
a
gonna have
class
a podcast
act.
with Dan Saltman later, which I bet is gonna be so great. We have a great podcast with Dan Saltman and Nux Taku. That will be happening.
Don't even get me fucking started on Nux Taku. Holy shit. My next solo stream might be about that fucking weirdo too.
Happening in 53 minutes. Hassan's favorite streamers.
Tectone's ex-girlfriend Pink would also say on Twitter that wasn't going to say anything, but that guy would not stop talking about how he wanted to have relations with a podcast member, made jokes about women being in Vietnam, and made me extremely uncomfortable. I tried to say something and was told it wasn't a big deal. He would say the women who accused him of SA in the military were liars, and I still can't believe he was allowed around other female content creators, including me. The truth always comes to light, and I hope those women know they did the right thing.
Your dad's a yeah.
Tectone's ex Pink posted proof in March she went to police, and on May 9th, after returning from traveling abroad, posted an email setting up further investigative meetings with the police. Tectone's community, who are obviously biased for their streamer, regularly accuse Pink of faking these screenshots. But don't take her word or mine that there is police matters at hand. Take Tectone's word.
Guys, I'll be real. I went to the police yesterday. Saying, hey, let's hurry this up.
I had no idea you could tell the police, let's hurry this up when they're investigating you. I'm learning so
Oh,
much,
you can
guys.
tell
This is
them that.
awesome.
It usually doesn't end very
I
well.
got my lawyers like, hey, let's hurry this the up, right? Because like, you know, they're gonna investigate me. They're gonna
Usually
investigate me.
doesn't end
100%.
well.
They're gonna investigate me. They're gonna investigate me 100%. I said, bro, just talk to me. Let's get this go. I've been waiting 7 months for these people just to reach out to me, and it's like, bro, can we just go ahead and wrap this up? Like, if anybody's worked with the police, it is so slow. It's unbelievable. And then all you ever get told is, I recommend you don't say anything. I recommend you don't say anything.
This sounds to me like he's trying to monetize the situation because he knows once the investigation is over, he's fucked. So he's just talking about it, so he'd be like, all right, I might as well get as much out of it as I can by talking about it before they fucking bend me over and just absolutely ream me out for something I actually did.
Anything. I recommend you not saying anything. Let's handle this in court. Let's handle this in court. Let's handle this in court. It's like, brother, I don't want to go to court. I don't want to deal with it. I just want to live my
Too bad,
life.
buddy.
That's
You're
why he
going to
changed from his
fucking
original threats to
court.
sue Pink for defamation, isn't it?
You no longer have 2 weeks. You have 24 hours.
I mentioned this earlier, but I did speak with Tectone. He said he would answer whatever I wanted. However, once he noticed the questions, he hid behind the NDA with Freem, even though half of the questions had nothing to do with her. I asked him about the allegations, and as stated earlier, he just straight up lied to me about that. I asked if he ever posted any other receipts as he said he would, if there was ever a period of time where Pink wasn't paying rent, and why he wasn't pursuing a defamation case after he said he would. He responded with, I think the problem with a lot of these questions is that with an ongoing lawsuit happening, I think you know I can't talk about a lot of this. Out of curiosity, to not fuel any fire, wouldn't it just be better to wait to make this video until the result of the investigation?
He's not going to pursue defamation because he knows he can't get it because everything she's accusing him of is fucking real. That's why. You know what I'm talking about? There are so many people out there that have actually had false allegations against them. And he's out here trying to defend himself. Just take the fucking L, bro. Go to fucking jail. Get your butthole taken out because you fucking deserve it. Allegedly, in my opinion.
Investigation, or why does it need to be made now? The guy is low-key asking me not to make this video in an attempt to cover this up. That's how I take it after he answers none of my questions. I asked which ongoing lawsuit, to which I received no answer, and asked again the next day if he was referring to the NDA with Freem, and again received no answer. The thing is, none of those questions I asked had anything to do with his NDA with Freem. They were all concerning Pink. In conclusion, I would say, in the public discourse, we judge these controversies that aren't definitively proven on the character of the parties involved. We know Freem was going to come out with accusations now 100% based on court documents obtained, and that Tectone has consistently lied about this for years. When Pink and Tectone got word of these allegations, they went absolutely nuclear.
She was going to do something much worse, so bad it would have ruined all of our lives.
They defamed Freem with cheating allegations to explain Tectone's behavior, which we now know is false with receipts. They also knowingly or unknowingly filed a...
I like how it's really funny. It's super funny to me. He talked about how he always has receipts. It turns out in this whole situation, including Shamu, who made the video, Tectone is literally the only person that doesn't have receipts. Everyone else does. Even the guy making the fucking video. And he never went after Shamu either. I don't know if he did it on Twitter or something, but he never went after him at all. Weird. That's strange. Because you'd think if you actually did have something to go to, like, refute, if you didn't believe everything that just happened, if it wasn't true, you'd want to clear your name. He never did. He never properly cleared his name, because you can't, because he's got no fucking evidence. Absolutely no proof. But he deflected a bit. He's like, oh, well, We showed it earlier. I never got convicted of a crime. It's just civil court, guys. It's just civil court.
False police report against her for revenge. Pink sues Freem, which from what we have available is filled with Tectone's stories and interactions with Freem, which I conclude is him participating and feeding info for Pink's lawsuit. He denies encouraging Pink, but we have proof of him participating. Pink gets cheated on. Tectone lies about the breakup date to avoid responsibility, and receipts are posted proving him wrong and showing Pink saying she was scared of him. Pink accuses Tectone of abuse. Her story hasn't wavered, and currently there is an ongoing police investigation according to both Pink and Tectone. Tectone says he can prove his innocence with receipts, but he never provides any, besides one on Pink paying rent, which he later gets caught lying about.
And honestly, it's really annoying because the reality is she doesn't pay rent.
Tectone threatens to sue Pink for defamation and saber rattles, but when she doesn't retract, he claims Pink knows every legal loophole, but we now know just because he isn't named doesn't mean he can't pursue, and still to this day he has yet to file a defamation case against Pink. I, while making a video on Tectone, reached out, to which he responded saying he will answer any of my questions, and then refuses to, when in my opinion he realizes how in-depth I've looked into this. I consider Tectone a liar and a manipulator of his audience, spinning stories to attempt to escape the smallest of controversies such as cheating, to the more extreme lying in the case of his response to allegations against Pink, and how he spun the rent situation. I began making this video over the absurdity of his father's infamous rape, coupled with his own allegations, and came away with revelations of his ex-wife alleging abuse that led to false police reports, lies, and lawsuits in response to this abuse potentially becoming public. This, coupled with the ex-girlfriend's abuse allegations, are a catastrophic combination for Tectone. It is the consistent lying and content of
what's the word they use in essays?
Which should lead people to look at the story again with all the events and timeline in front of you to consider. That being said, cheers everyone, and thanks for watching.
Thank you, Shamu. That was fucking awesome. Almost been 2 hours. We're going to wrap up here soon. Moral of the story, Tectone fucking sucks. My boys that I love over at the Unsubscribe Podcast. I'm just a fan. I have zero influence, and I'm not going to try to influence them. Here's the new one. We watched some of it earlier.
What the f is an ant?
You keep platforming this guy, and he's disingenuous. He doesn't deserve it.
I think hair's for.
I'm not holding it against you, but here's a little still. These three host it. Here's fuckhead. Eli Double Tap, U.S. Army veteran, has a Purple Heart, got shot in the leg in Iraq. Brand Pereira, gun YouTuber, great guy. Probably going to be a congressman in Texas here coming the midterms. An operator. He does law enforcement YouTube and stuff. He's a U.S. Navy veteran. He spent something like 5 years as a police officer in, I believe, South Carolina. We're wrong about that. But really stand-up guys, and it really just pisses me off seeing them platform this fucking cunt and not calling him out for anything. And they're just chilling with him, which I know if they don't want to do drama, that's their thing. They don't have to do drama. But if you don't want to be judged for the people you associate, don't fucking associate with this guy. That's where this whole thing started. I didn't even know who he was until the first podcast I saw of these guys. Before we go, just a couple of things I'm going to bring up. So, as I said previously, good old Tectone. Oh, this is display capture. I'll just move this over. Whoop. Did I lose all that? I lost all that. That's great. Scroll down. Good old Tectone. He got his civil decision. He had to pay a fine, all the legal fees for there it is. New episode of Unsubscribe Podcast just dropped. Honored to be invited back yet again. My third episode. Not gonna lie, got a little hammered on this one. I might actually have to watch it and see. I didn't watch the whole thing. Appreciate y'all. Fuck you. What I wanted to say, so off with Freem, his ex-wife, who admitted that he abused her. We saw on video he was a piece of shit to her. And there was that Pink Chew chick. Same deal, mentally. Not physically. They never said physically, so props. You never hit him. But just in case you had hope for humanity, this fucking garbage of human is currently engaged to this lovely woman. They're engaged. They're going to get married before the end of the year. And they're talking about how many kids they're going to have that he gets to be around. So he gets a happy ending despite all of this, which to me is just abhorrent. Not a fan of that. But hey, he never got convicted. Maybe he didn't actually do it. Maybe he didn't do any of it. Maybe I'm just overreacting. I'm just some dude on the internet that got mad because this guy makes more money than anybody I know and got famous and still bitches about all this stuff and has a alleged rapist father and also is allegedly a sex offender. Maybe that's it. But thank you for everyone who joined in. Despite my anger, I actually did have a great time. I hope everybody who joined in did. Please like the stream if you haven't already. I'm going to head out. I'm going to play us off here in a second. Oh, that's my display. Whoopsie. I got to get better at that. But I hope everybody here has a wonderful night. Good night.
With a burner grin, cayenne on the tray and smoke on his skin. Paprika, garlic, black pepper bite. He lays it rub down and ruins the night. Mild for the rookie, spicy for the brave. One bite, then you're begging for another wave. Chad, master of wings. Chad, master of wings. Blue cheese dripping ranch on the side. Chad, master of wings. Master of wings, mild or scorching, you pick your fire. You pick your fire. Lemon pepper snap, then the red hot blaze. Honey on the edge has got you in a daze. Ghost pepper whisper smoke in the crust. Every ring he plates up turns into a lust. Mild for the rookie, spicy for the brave. One bite, then you're begging for another wave. Chad, master of wings. Chad, master of wings. Blue cheese dripping ranch on the side. Chad, master of wings. Chad, master of wings. Mild or scorching, you pick your fire. Bones in a row, sauce on your knuckles and hate in your soul. Dip, then surrender, say his name loud. Dad in the kitchen got the whole room proud. Master of wings.